Good morning.
Good morning.
The object today is the place setting. When we have guests or company, we want to do things that are a little bit different than what we normally would. We want to use better dishes, like our best china. We want to use napkins, linens. Sometimes we fix a special menu. We cook things we normally don't cook for just ourselves. We might dress up a little bit differently, but we try to make those guests feel like they are special and appreciated. And I have a poem. It's by Helen Steiner Rice, and it's called The Christmas Guest. It happened one day at the year's white end. Two neighbors called on an old-time friend, and they found his shop so meager and mean, made gay with 1,000 boughs of green. And Conrad was sitting with face ashine when he suddenly stopped as he stitched a twine and said, "Old friends, at dawn today, when the cock was crowing the night away, the Lord appeared in a dream to me and said, 'I am coming your guest to be.' So I've been busy with feet astir, strewing my shop with branches of fir. The table is spread and the kettle is shined, and over the rafters the holly is twined. And now I will wait for my Lord to appear and listen closely so I will hear his step as he nears my humble place. And I open the door and look in his face." So his friends went home and left Conrad alone, for this was the happiest day he had known. For long since his family had passed away, and Conrad had spent a sad Christmas day. But he knew with the Lord as his Christmas guest, this Christmas would be the dearest and best. And he listened with only joy in his heart. And with every sound, he would rise with a start and look for the Lord to be standing there and answer to his earnest prayer. So he ran to the window after hearing a sound, but all that he saw on the snow-covered ground was a shabby beggar whose shoes were torn, and all of his clothes were ragged and worn. So Conrad was touched and went to the door, and he said, "Your feet must be frozen and sore, and I have some shoes in my shop for you, and a coat that will keep you warmer too." So with grateful heart the man went away. But as Conrad noticed the time of day, he wondered what made the dear Lord so late, and how much longer he'd have to wait. When he heard a knock and ran to the door, but it was only a stranger once more, a bent old crone with a shawl of black, a bundle of faggots piled on her back. She asked for only a place to rest, but that was reserved for Conrad's great guest. But her voice seemed to plead, "Don't send me away. Let me rest a while on Christmas Day." So Conrad brewed her a steaming cup and told her to sit at the table and sup. But after she left, he was filled with dismay, for he saw that the hours were passing away. And the Lord had not come as he said he would, and Conrad felt sure he had misunderstood. When out of the stillness he heard a cry, "Please help me and tell me, where am I?" So again he opened his friendly door and stood disappointed as twice before. It was only a child who had wandered away, who was lost from her family on Christmas Day. Again Conrad's heart was heavy and sad, but he knew he should make this little child glad. So he called her in and wiped her tears and quieted her childish fears. Then he led her back to her home once more, but as he entered his own darkened door, he knew that the Lord was not coming today, for the hours of Christmas had passed away. So he went to his room and knelt down to pray, and he said, "Dear Lord, why did you delay? What kept you from coming to call on me? For I wanted so much your face to see." When soft in the silence a voice he heard, "Lift up your head, for I kept my word. 3 times my shadow crossed your floor. 3 times I came to your lonely door. For I was the beggar with bruised cold feet. I was the woman you gave to eat. And I was the child on the homeless street. I have 2 verses to go with this, and they're both from Luke chapter 24. And this is from when the disciples were going on their way to Emmaus. This is after Jesus' resurrection. The first one is Luke 24, verse 16. But their eyes were kept from recognizing him. And the second one is Luke 24, verse 31. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized Jesus, and he disappeared from their sight. And if you would open your hymnals to page 633, we're going to try to sing Open Our Eyes, Lord. That's 633.
Got this share?
Find it.
Here's the cool thing about this church, is that Gwena comes in this morning, she goes, I got a hymn I want us to sing. And we just do it. And that's the beauty of it. Because God impressed it upon you to do this. Go for it.
Open our eyes, Lord. We want to see Jesus, to reach out and touch him and say that we love him. Open our ears, Lord, and help us to